Tonight is the big night. FGCU takes on the mighty Florida Gators. ABC7 is live in Dallas as the team prepares to make history. Plus, you want to cheer on the team from somewhere other than your living room? Well, there are watch parties for Eagle fans and Gator fans tonight all across Southwest Florida. ABC7 tells you where. And the Fort Myers woman who lost her unborn child when her family's car was hit by a Florida Highway Patrol officer is finally out of the hospital. Tonight, the medical troubles that are far from over. And animal abuse or just an overprotective owner. Why this man says he tattooed his dog. What authorities have to say about it.
We tied record lows this morning, and now temperatures swinging in the other direction, getting close to 80 out there this afternoon, 78 in Fort Myers. We'll see if this warming trend continues into our Easter weekend. Coming up in your forecast, the news at 5 starts now.
ABC7 News at 5. The news that works for you.
All right, Southwest Florida, we're just 5 hours from tip-off as FGCU and the Florida Gators match up in the Sweet 16. The teams will play in Arlington, Texas tonight. Tip-off 9:57. That's where hundreds of fans are as well. Some flew in. Others loaded up a bus on campus and headed south. Those who stayed behind are celebrating on campus, hoping they move on to the Elite Eight. ABC7 crews, of course, in several places tonight. In a minute, we're going to take you live to Arlington, Texas. But first, we start on the campus of FGCU. Some students chose to stay in town to watch the game. ABC7's Chad Oliver on campus tonight with what's happening right now. Chad.
Courtney, good afternoon. I'm here outside Alico Arena. Reporting from the FGCU campus, Chad Oliver, ABC7 News.
All right, Chad, thank you so much. And the team's success is putting the university on the map. Oh my gosh, look at all that school spirit, the green, the blue. The Today Show went live from the campus this morning. They hosted a friendly school spirit competition between FGCU and, here you see it, the University of Florida. Hundreds of FGCU students showed up early to cheer for the team on the show. Not everyone, though, as you saw, cheering for the Eagles. University of Florida fans are hoping that the Eagles will become Gator bait. There's a Gators watch party tonight at the Edison in Fort Myers. Die-hard Gator fans tell us Florida will pull out the win, even if they're not the favorite here in Southwest Florida. It's been a rough week to wear the blue and orange, but loyalty runs deep.
Truly, truly great to be a Florida Gator.
And at the Edison, every table reserved tonight for that watch party there. A quick note for you, this from our news partners at the Naples Daily News. Your morning paper, it's going to come a little later than usual tomorrow. They're holding the presses to include complete coverage of tonight's game. Now to what's making news in Southwest Florida. Tonight, a mother who lost her unborn child is back home. It comes more than a month after a trooper rear-ended her Jeep on I-75. Crystal McClure is still bedridden. She cannot walk. She relies on her family to put her in a wheelchair and move her around. In early February, a state trooper hit the family's Jeep on 75. The crash threw Crystal and her husband, Christopher, out of the Jeep. Their one-year-old son did not get hurt. The family tells us they're adjusting to this new life.
It's hard.
It is hard. Crystal McClure will start physical therapy next month. The trooper who rear-ended the family's Jeep remains on desk duty until FHP finishes investigating. And new at 5, jurors found a Naples gun shop owner and his vendor not guilty of selling guns illegally. Federal prosecutors went after Homer Helter and James Castle. They said the pair sold guns at Helter's Antique Mall without a license. Today, jurors found them not guilty on all counts. Also happening in Florida today, President Obama spent several hours in our state. The president spoke at the Port of Miami just after noon today. He talked about infrastructure and the economy. The president says strengthening the nation's infrastructure should be a nonpartisan issue. He says it will create jobs and grow business.
And our ports just like this one.
The White House says it wants to create a building fund and tax incentives that will total $21 billion. The administration claims it will not increase the deficit. Full details on those project costs, they'll become more clear on April 10th. That is when the president will release his budget. And these recent cold temperatures we've seen in Florida are making manatees look for warm water. This is in Volusia County, where dozens of manatees, you see them right there, are huddling together in the warm waters of Blue Spring State Park. Park rangers there tell us there are about 121 sea cows gathered. This was yesterday morning. You're looking at them. That's about twice as many the day before. These manatees usually stick around for a few days until the weather warms up. Then they move on. A rule to protect manatees from boats strikes in Lee County, and from boat strikes is set to expire in Lee County soon. On Monday, the seasonal no-wake rule will expire on the Caloosahatchee. That means inside the channel, boaters can travel more than 25 miles per hour. This could be dangerous for manatees because many remain in the river because of those colder temperatures that we just talked about. It's already been a deadly year for manatees because of a different issue, red tide. More than 200 died this year from confirmed or suspected poisoning from that toxic algae. And less than 2 weeks after Clam Pass opened back up, sand once again clogs the Naples waterway. Crews are headed back out to fix it. County engineers tell ABC7 high winds blew the sand back into the mouth of the Clam Pass. This developed another shoal. Last week, Kyle Construction finished up a $200,000 emergency project to dredge the pass and allow water to once again flow. Crews should start that project tonight. They'll remove more than 4,000 cubic yards of sand, and that is a lot of sand.
Tonight, get it done.
Work will only take place at night. It's expected to wrap up in less than a week. After the project is finished, crews will keep equipment on the beach for a few days just in case any other weather events threaten that pass once again. And now we go back to the biggest story of the night, our FGCU Eagles in the Sweet 16. Many students left yesterday for the game in Arlington, Texas. An 18-hour trip for them. ABC7's Joe Rhodes was there as they arrived at the hotel just about 2 hours ago. Joe, very exciting for them.
Courtney, that's absolutely right. You know, you mentioned an 18-hour, 1,200-mile bus trip to Arlington, Texas. Some of the signs that these students have are hysterical. One actually reads, "I won't be home for Easter. Sorry, Mom. I'm sure she'll understand." Now, right now is all of the downtime for these kids. Again, they were on a bus for close to 20 hours, so some of them say that they need a good wash-up and maybe a quick nap before tonight's 10 o'clock tip-off. Of course, we will be following them from here at the hotel to over at Dallas Cowboys Stadium, not far from where we are right now, and we'll bring you all of that coverage later on. For now, we are live in Arlington, Texas. Joe Rhodes, ABC7 News.
And Joe, I'm sure that student's mother understands completely. Again, FGCU takes on the Florida Gators tonight in Arlington, Texas. This at Dallas Cowboys Stadium. The game starts just before 10 o'clock, and you can count on ABC7 for complete coverage leading up to the big game. In about 5 minutes, ABC7 Smart Shopper will join us to tell us about some great game day deals right here in Southwest Florida. And coming up in our 5:30 half hour, ABC7 sports anchor Brad Shelgren, he's going to join us live from Arlington, Texas as well. And as we've been talking about, Southwest Florida's finest in the Sweet 16, the Eagles win. Well, it means a win for you, smart shoppers out there. We're going to show you the deals and the steals. Plus, can you believe this? Look. A dog tattooed by his owner. Hear from that owner on why and how he did it. And we are just hours away from the Eagles throwing down with the Gators. Fans on both sides, Jason, you can agree on one thing. Good game food, it's a must. ABC7 is helping you find where to watch with your entire family. Our smart shopper, Nina Moyney, joins us live. Nina, you have the action and those game time savings, right?
That's right. We have a list of all the watch parties that we know of on our website. Just check it out. It's abc-7.com. You can click on Sights on 7. Courtney?
And Nina, I'm wondering where you are going to be for this watch party, because I'm sure there are ABC7 Smart Shopper fans out there looking for you.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I'm going to try and brave it and head over to Gulf Coast Town Center to be right in the thick of things. I don't really have a preference as to who wins. I'm just excited for Southwest Florida. Where are you going to be?
Cheering on the Eagles, and I'm going to be right here in the newsroom, of course,
Lucky
watching
you.
it and bringing you all of that coverage. Well, tonight in our ABC7 Healthy Living, a new study shows how important it is for pregnant women to reduce stress. We talk about this a lot, but researchers found extreme stress during pregnancy could increase the risk for stillbirth. Scientists from the National Center for Health Statistics surveyed more than 2,000 women on major events that happened in the year before they gave birth. Those who experienced multiple stressors had an increased risk for stillbirth. And new tonight at 5, another reason to add more fiber in your diet. It could decrease your risk for stress. Researchers looked at 8 studies on the link between fiber intake and stroke.